What's up everybody, Evan here with week 9 of Fortnite chapter 3 season 2, and we are very close to the end of the season. I believe at least 2 more weeks, at least according to the resistance challenges. I keep forgetting to see when the season ends, and I don't want to open the game again to figure it out, but it's probably 2 weeks of challenges, probably 3 weeks of the season. I don't know. Hopefully next week I'll remember to look. Anyway, this week, I think the challenges are pretty easy. It only took me like less than an hour to do everything, including the resistance quests. I messed up some stuff. I could have been more effective, but, I think it was pretty easy. So once again, we're going to cover every challenge the most effective way first. Then we're covering the resistance quests and then all the challenges once again, but in the order. Each challenge separately. Now this week we don't have Omni chips anymore. Like I said last week, I finished all my Omni chips. If you collected all the Omni chips in the game, but you still need to unlock Omni swords variants or whatever, you gotta level up. So every level you get 2 Omni chips. So I think I'm currently at level 150. I got it last week. I think I was level 140 maybe, I don't remember. So if you still need more, just level up until you get enough Omni chips, because clearly they're not gonna give you any more from just collecting through the world. So yeah, anyway, let's start this off. We are going to south of Condo Canyon and Chomper Speedway, and we need a helicopter. We're going to do a lot of things. There is a challenge that involves a helicopter. We need to bring a helicopter to Command Cavern, but we're also going to use that to go to many places. First of all, we are going to the airship that got destroyed from Condo Canyon. It's near this location I went, and we're going to emote there. And that is one challenge. We need to emote 2 airships, destroyed airships, and you can emote in the helicopter, by the way. You just switch seats, emote, and then switch seats again to pilot the helicopter. I just needed to loot here, that's why I didn't. So from here we're going to Chomper Speedway. Now depending on how things are on Chomper Speedway, if you see a lot of people there and you're not confident to do this, go to Synapse Station. That is another challenge. So we need to repair a vehicle either on Chomper Speedway or Synapse Station. Since we have the helicopter, we're gonna damage the helicopter. Obviously you need a repair torch for this, and you just damage the helicopter for 200 damage, and then you use the repair torch to repair it on Chonker Speedway or Synapse Station, like I said. So from here we're going to the airship that got destroyed from Rocky Rios. It's like west of Rocky Rios. And emote. That is another challenge. Like I said, just 2 airships. We need to emote. And here I actually do what I said. Switch seats on the helicopter, emote, and switch back to the pilot. Now from here we're going to Command Cavern to finish the challenge that requires you to drive a helicopter to Command Cavern. We're going to drop down in Command Cavern, and hopefully there's an IO car there, like it has for me here. We need to destroy 3 tires from this IO car. That is another challenge. So from here, I went down to the boss at Command Cavern to do some challenge. We need the Ranger shotgun for this. We need to damage an opponent at 50 meters, but it seems to be kind of glitched a little bit. I don't know if it's because it doesn't count against AI, but you actually see me doing this a few times during this video, and it doesn't count. I even marked the target. It's clearly 50 meters or more, and eventually it will work. But yeah, here it didn't work. The secret might be, you need to be a very high distance to count. Or it might be AI, but again, I did it against actual players and still didn't count. So since that doesn't work, there's another challenge we can do here against the boss. We're going to use the ascender, or the zip line that goes up, that I like to call, and we just use it real quick We let go of it and we shoot the boss. We need to do 100 damage within 30 seconds of using the ascender, which is not that hard to do. Just kind of annoying here that the challenge took a while to confirm that it did count for me. I wasn't sure if it wasn't counting. So from here, we need an airstrike as well, by the way. I should have said this. For this week, we need an airstrike, a ranger shotgun, and a helicopter. So try to be on the lookout for these items. Well, for the airstrike and the ranger shotgun at least. So here, once again, I try using the ranger shotgun against an actual enemy. To be fair, I didn't mark the enemy. So I wasn't sure if it was 50 meters, but it looked to be pretty far away. It's possible that it wasn't far away enough. But either way, we go towards the fortress, and we're going to use the airstrike on the fortress, and that is under challenge. You know, it can either be the fortress or the collider, which is opposite of the fortress. It's a new area near to the towers. And here I finally get the challenge. So it is clearly more than 50 meters. As you can see, I marked there and I get 80 meters away. And also, I'm not sure if I hit an AI or if it was really a real player here. But yeah, I think what I got from this is if it's not counting and it's an AI, it doesn't count again against AI. And if it's not counting against a real player, just try to go further. The damage doesn't matter how much is the damage, it's any damage as long as it's more than 50 meters. And that is it for this week's challenges. So now we're going to cover the resistance quests. Now you can actually combine these a little bit with the actual challenges, since I'm doing a lot of things around Command Cavern, kinda. The challenges are going to be kinda all around there a little bit. So first of all, the first device uplink, it's at either Sleepy Sound or Camp Cuddle. Obviously I go to Camp Cuddle because it's closer to Command Cavern. And the next device uplink is at Command Cavern. So it's better to just stay all around here. You can do all of this week's resistance quests in this area.
I'll have you know, I spent the better part of the day trying to heal the schism between Paradigm and the Seven. Long story short, the Seven is recommissioning the mech, and we don't know if Paradigm will pilot it. So, there. You're all caught up. Now, I need to do literally anything else. Come on, we're going fishing. For small, long-lost, waterlogged mech parts.
So for the actual challenge, we need to collect mech parts from fishing holes. We need 3 of them. So you can either do this at the Camp Cuddle lake, which is what I do here because the gas is behind me. My original plan was actually to go to the east area because it's safer. I do use a harpoon gun, which makes it easier. But it seems, since I get all 3 in first try, I imagine it's not random. It's the first time you get it, you're gonna get the parts. So if you just use a fishing rod, I imagine you get all the 3 right away. You know, it's not like actual fishing, which is very random.
We're doing our part. Let's just hope the Seven do their part.
So the next device uplink, like I said, is at Command Cavern. So if you've been doing all of the resistance quest, as you can see, this device uplinks are always the same place if it is the same POI. We've been here a few times actually.
The more I look into the sisters, the less I understand. The Imagine especially seems really into finding old IO personnel files. I do know of a super secret analog database that might have answers.
So the actual challenge is download personnel files from the old IO servers. So I go to the one down at this tunnel, this vent, or whatever you want to call it, and I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do. I just kept clicking next entry, and then the game just switched to examine entry. I guess I could have examined each entry, I just didn't pay attention to what I was doing, so the game just gave it to me. But yeah, it seems to be examine entry at the order, and that is the challenge.
Someone else is looking through these files, and judging by what I'm I'm seeing. They're looking at the same data. I'm seeing records for the Foundation, the Origin, the Paradigm, but nothing on the Sisters again. Their files have just been deleted by... Whoa, Geno.
So the next device uplink is the 7 Outpost. So we go to the one west of Command Cavern, obviously.
If we live through this, let's just leave the part where we lose the giant enemy fortress out of the history books. Unless my brilliant plan saves the day. The fortress can go into hiding, but no matter where it goes rumbling off to, it leaves a seismic signature. I've installed a seismometer to track the IO's attack base, but I need your help to calibrate it.
The actual challenge is jump nearby a seismometer, and the seismometer is right at the 7 Outpost, so it's much easier. You just jump near it, and that's the challenge.
If the fortress jumps within 50 meters of the seismograph, we'll be the first to know. Oh, actually, I think we're already getting some data here, and I really wish I knew what any of this meant.
And so that is it for this week's Resistance quest. We got 2 more weeks, like I said, for sure, of the Resistance stuff. But yeah, now let's cover the challenges one at a time. This is for sure gonna be the last season I do this, because it's very redundant and nobody complains. So, first challenge we got is calling an airstrike at the collider or the fortress. So, airstrike, you can find in any chests or supply drops. I don't think it's that hard to find. I had a harder time to find this time than last week, but I think it's still pretty easy to find. The collider is a new location that is near to the towers. It's opposite of the fortress, and you just throw the airstrike in either location for this challenge. Next challenge, we gotta drive a battle bus or fly a Choppa to Command Cavern. So helicopters are located. There should be one on each 7 outposts. I don't think they're random spawns. I think they're not always gonna be there. So I went for the one near Chonker Speedway because I wanted to do other challenges and there's a challenge on Chonker Speedway. That's why I went there. And the airstrike, there's other challenges. But if you just want to do this challenge, since you need to bring the helicopter to Command Cavern, there is a 7 outpost west of Command Cavern, which is very close to Command Cavern. You can go there as well if you just need this challenge. It is much faster. But we're trying to do every challenge at once. So next we got Emote and the different IO airships crash sites. So I used the helicopter that I did on last challenge, and I went for the one south of the Condo Canyon. There is a airship at east of that location in the water. You can emote in the helicopter, just switch seats and emote and then switch back to the pilot. Now from here I went to the airship near Rocky Reels, and if you need other locations, as you can see at the beginning of the challenge, there's one near to the towers, one near Coney Crossroads, and one all the way to the east of the map in the water. I feel like that's a little too far away. Next we got hit an enemy player with a Ranger shotgun from over 50 meters. So I had some trouble with this challenge. Here's me doing it against the boss at Command Cavern. I mark the area that he's in, and I clearly am over 50 meters, but it doesn't count. So it's possible that it doesn't count against AI, or it's possible that it's kind of glitched. So here I do it against an actual person, but to be honest, I didn't mark the player. So I'm not actually sure if it's 50 meters here, but if it is 50 meters, there's clearly a problem, but it's probably not. It's probably my fault here. So finally I get here like way over 50 meters, like 80 meters. As you can see, I marked there, and it's possible that the person I shot was an AI. I'm not really sure, but either way, if it's not counting for you and you're doing it against AI, then It doesn't count against AI, which is not normal. It always counts against AI, but it also could be the distance. You know, maybe they want more than 50 meters, which is clearly not how it should be. So the challenge is problematic, I guess. So just try it from a longer distance. Next, we got repair a vehicle at Synapse Station or at Chonker Speedway. So using the helicopter or any vehicle, I guess, just shoot the vehicle for 200 damage. Obviously, you're gonna need a repair torch. Now you can repair the vehicle for 200. For this challenge, you need to be at Chonker Speedway or Synapse Station. They both have cars in their locations, especially Chonker Speedway. So, you know, you don't have to do it with a helicopter. The problem will be finding a repair torch. Next, we got shootout tires on IO vehicles. So, as we've done many challenges on Command Cavern, so should be a car there in this location. Odd, just shoot out the tires, 3 of them. Other locations, there are locations around Command Cavern. They have a little towers that have siege cannons on them, and there should be cars. It has to be this black car with the little symbol. Those are the IO vehicles. And this is the last challenge of the week. Use an ascender and deal damage to opponents within 30 seconds. So again, you can do this on Command Cavern against AI. There's a lot of ascenders there. You know, there's ascenders to go up to the airship. There's ascenders to go from the actual base of Command Cavern to the upper side, like the one I'm using here. So just use it, press, I believe it's square to get out of the ascender, and go towards the AI, shoot him for 100 damage. 30 seconds is quite a lot of time, so it shouldn't be a problem. And that is it for this week's challenges. We got 2 more weeks of challenges or of this season. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and use code EVANYON at the Epic Game Store and Fortnite item shop. I'll see you next week for more. Goodbye.